Smaller organizations often fail direct. Why is that? Because problems are noticed quickly, concerns are raised openly, decisions happen close to reality. But as organizations grow, something subtle begins to change, and gradually, truth becomes harder to see. Welcome to the Human Patterns Lab. We explain how human behavior actually works. A like and a subscribe can really help the channel grow in these early days. So, how does growth change information flow? Growth is usually seen as progress. That's definitely true when done in the right way. Growth usually means more people, more resources, more structure. The downside of it, growth also introduces layers. And every additional layer changes how information travels. Signals that once moved directly now must pass through multiple filters. Each filter simplifies the message slightly. Over time, the message itself changes. It might sound a bit controversial, but the truth is that in many organizations, the authority of the layer above lies only in the formatting of the message. So, what's the cause of this information distortion? In small teams, information is messy but accurate, since the distance traveled by it is less. People see problems directly. Conversations are informal. Feedback is immediate. But larger systems require a lot of coordination. Reports have to be summarized. Meetings compress the complexity of the issue. Updates become structured. Accuracy slowly gives way to clarity. And clarity is easier to manage than the truth. With growth, it becomes imperative that management only focuses on points rather than the analysis of it. Growth can also change the incentives. As organizations scale, stability becomes more valuable than disruption. Radical ideas that incite change do not gain ground overnight. Predictability matters. Alignment matters. Smooth coordination matters. Raising uncomfortable signals becomes much riskier. Not because anyone in the system forbids it, but because the friction that can be caused by it slows the system. And large systems or organizations learn to avoid this friction. The individual feels that it's not his or her prerogative to effect that change. Thus, the feedback delay creeps in. Large organizations slow the correction process. Problems must travel further before reaching decision makers. And by the time the signals arrive, they have already been interpreted, softened, and delayed. Small issues become visible only after they grow beyond the control of the person below. This creates a strange paradox. The system feels more controlled, but it becomes less sensitive to reality. Over time, these patterns normalize across the organizations. People stop expecting perfect information or data in its raw form. Reports become more polished, disagreement becomes more diplomatic, and problems are framed more carefully. Nothing here feels dishonest. It isn't at all. It simply becomes the new baseline. And why should this all matter to you folks? See, the danger is not in deception. It's the gradual distance from reality. As systems grow, the cost of uncomfortable information increases. And when truth becomes inconvenient, it slowly becomes less visible. The organization continues moving forward, but with a less accurate map of the environment. In conclusion, growth brings capability, but it also introduces distance. And the more distance a system creates, the harder it becomes to see the reality clearly. Feel free to comment on how you see similar patterns across organizations. We shall be back soon with another such human pattern that is there, hiding just beyond the horizon.